What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We're back with another Musume video, and as you can see, we are back here with Hokko Tarumae. They should be updating, or the CM finals should be tonight. So right now, it's just kind of just the off day. So that's why I'm training Hokko Tarumae, because basically it's in preparation for the next CM. So, yeah. I was thinking Kita, but I was like, is this gonna work? Is this really gonna work? But maybe I'll try some attempts over the weekend with Kita, trying to get her to dirt, and then if I do end up getting like an A or an S at least, an S or an A at least, then I will feel comfortable trying it. But since I haven't tried Kita in dirt at all, so normally I try to avoid having G's, bringing up G's to an A or S, because normally when I tried in the past, it just didn't work. It just didn't work. For the setup, I'm gonna go with, as you can see, no stamina card. I just want to test this out, but 2 speed cards, obviously, just using the Almond Eye and Tokai Teo speed card. Tamamo Power, Casino Drive, Friend card, Forever Young Wise card, and I'm borrowing the Stay Gold Guts card. I'm just trying to, going off at least what Kazuki said, where it's basically stamina and guts swapped. So guts 1600. And stamina 1200. I've tried this setup, I'm gonna be honest, with Christmas Aguri Cap when I think I said I was gonna try it like last week, if not last week, the other week. But I know I tried it, and oh wait, do I have it here? It's actually one of these. Let me remove my filters. I think it was this one. Was it? Yeah, it was this one. So my stamina basically was just 800. So I want to see, I want to try it again this time, except with Hokko Tarumae, and I want to see if maybe I can try to get 1200 with it. I feel like I would have to get a good amount of power training. That's like the only way I can think of, to be honest. Just like how with no guts card, I was able to make it a 1200 with picking stamina. So I'm kind of just like, but let's get this run started. Before we get started with the run, just want to quickly say, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There are different channels, whether if it's for WUA, Zenless, general, for just general talking. Obviously UMA for both JP and Global. And for other games as well, just in case y'all want to talk about any other games. So links down in the description. And I was like, why is it just a white screen? With that being said, we can get started with, well, not exactly, because it's still not ready. I was gonna say, did I pick turf? But I forgot they automatically just put the recommendation on top. So I'm glad I didn't just fat finger that, but whatever. Well, whatever. Alright, let's get this run started, see how it goes. I'm not going to reveal where I ended up in for the finals for the CM, because in yesterday's video, I did end up not doing all the tickets, obviously. And I think I had like 2 or 3 attempts left. I think 3 because I remember doing 3 because I wanted to see if I, try. But yeah, I did train a Chrono Genesis, but it was a UA 3, 5? Not too sure. Forgot. I don't know if I used it yesterday, actually. I think I may have tried it. I think I may have tried it. Just to see. Just to see, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Also, I thought I was going to be able to record Resident Evil. Obviously, yesterday I didn't because I had to, my dad's birthday. And I did also help around their house. But also, I don't think I'll be able to do it today. Because I'm going to leave after I record and upload. Yeah, basically after I record and upload both global and, well, first JP, then global. And then today's also the last day before the CM, if I'm not mistaken, for global. I'll be honest, I ain't ready. I ain't ready for that CM. I believe it. Yeah, it's long distance. I was gonna say I believe it's long distance, but yeah, it is long distance, and for some odd reason, I just be struggling. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. I'm gonna just do this for the bond. Just for the bond. Did I end up doing anything though when I got home? I don't know if I did anything when I got home in other games. Now that I think about it. I'm trying to scan through all my, think through all the games. I don't think I did anything yesterday. I probably just wanted to chill after I got home. Oh well. But I did end up building Nangong. I just decided to wait like a day or two before saying that I got her. Honestly, pretty easy to build. Pretty easy to build. Didn't expect the setup would be the same as pretty much Arya because she's a stun, but it worked out. Already tried her out and all that, and also because of the recent story from Zenless, the connection with Nangong and her scars on her back. I swear I heard something through my headphones. And her scars on her back, because of the recent story, I kind of have a suspicion. I kind of have suspicions, but I don't want to elaborate on it because obviously the story is still recent, so I don't want to spoil it just in case people haven't played it yet. For those who play Zenless, at least. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for maybe next week, until next week, or until next week's is over. So Friday, maybe next Friday. But I kind of have a theory because and also with something with what Suna said in the last story. I don't know if she said in the last story or the event story. I think it was the last story. Something about Suna said kind of feels like it connects with my theory. I think. But it's like I said, I do try to pay attention to the story, or try to remember. I pay attention when I'm playing it, but then I don't know if I'll remember the extent of the story after a while. So yeah, this is why I don't care about having no skip button or nothing, because I actually do listen or read the story. But Star Rail just updated, making me fall even further behind. I probably should get that done. Or catch up. Or catch up. That would probably be better if I just try and catch up. And then I saw that Star Rail is continuing their collab with Fate. Well, it's honestly, this whole time it's been almost a year already, and they didn't take down the banner since the collab happened. So I feel like it's the first time I've seen something like that, where a collab gacha banner just been chilling there the whole time in any game that I've played, even from like past games. Some kind of just they're like, huh. And then I saw that they were gonna have another banner, and it was gonna be like Gilgamesh and Reen. So I think that's gonna be fun. I think it's next month or in 2 months, if what I saw was true. But I'm just saying just because of what I saw. Because it's what I saw. Honestly, I should focus on bonds, so I should focus on bond. Yeah, let's just get stay gold to orange already. What else? Anything else? Wuwa, obviously, they're having, whenever it happens, a Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab. Pretty sure I won't pull, but if I somehow end up feeling like, maybe. That's probably the most I'll go. Maybe. At this point. But I did see the next patch, or I think they already released like the drip art or whatever of the next characters. It's basically Dania and another chick. I don't remember her name, because I don't think she was in the I don't think she was in the story. Yeah, definitely wasn't in the story, I believe. But yeah, with not pulling for Luke, Sigrika, and obviously the rerun for Lene, because I already have Lene. Damn, the points. I want the points. You know what? I'm gonna get the points. There's just a lot of saving for. I just been saving since for Wuwa. I think I have over 10k. I think maybe 11 already in Wuwa. The complete opposite of Zenless. Total complete opposite of Zenless. Where Zenless, I'm kind of just like, well, kind of used all of it. I kind of used all of it. Although, yeah, I'm kind of just still wondering if what I'll do about the W engine. I might end up pulling, to be honest, just to see how it goes. But so far, I've been just fine with what I have. And honestly, Nova, I remember you mentioning an S rank Billy. I totally can see it because of the story. I can see it happening in like maybe next patch. Like I think you said possibly next patch. I could kind of see it. If you play or played the story already, you'll see why I think that. But I'm gonna start going over the comments. Excuse me. And I'm used to it being like 140, I think 140 and like a number here, or like 80. I don't remember getting like 100 plus 100 before. Maybe it's just me. Maybe. But I'm gonna start going over the comments now. First comments we'll be going over is from Nova. First one says, make stay. Shushu glitch spotted. Make stay. Did I say that? If I did, I don't remember when I would have said that. Maybe timestamp it so I could see it. Maybe timestamp it. I'll be honest, this past 3 weeks, my sleep has been just pretty much bad. When I say bad, it's just basically not getting any sleep. That could have played a factor to me jumbling words or whatever. But whatever. Oh, what the heck? Next comment from Ren says, well, I was thinking maybe I should give up on my attempts to Group A finals. I was brewing it over work. Just because I didn't get 3 wins in day 1 of round 2. Then I got home and was like, I'll just do 1 Almond Eye training. Then bam! US Almond Eye with 2 cards not getting their final gold skills. It does happen. It does happen. I do realize that sometimes with my runs. Well, I'll still put it on there and it was pretty good. 8.1k skill points are like a requirement in the sweaty Group A. I'll see you guys in the May CM League of Heroes. I feel like it might be League of Heroes because of the last League of Heroes was like what 2-3 months ago, so I could see them doing it again to was it May? Went out today and saw the sun and it feels hot. I guess it's the dreadful spring again. Summer is gonna be hell. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Summer will definitely be hell. As for me, I don't know if I even felt spring. Because literally the last 2 weeks have felt like summer already. Except in the mornings, like right now, it's fairly cool. In the morning. Let me see the temperature. It's about like 65 outside. Yes, I turned around because my fan. And it's cloudy right now, but it'll still be like high 80s by the time it hits like 1 or 2, I think. And I think next week is when it starts cooling down. Right? Yeah, like next Monday it'll go down to just 80. And then apparently gonna rain on Tuesday. 40% chance, which most likely means nothing. Which most likely means nothing. Like, that's not gonna happen. If anything, it'll be like a sprinkle. Not even a drizzle, just a sprinkle. Or misting. Yeah, and then it just stays in the 60s, and then 72 by Friday, and then... yeah, that 72 next Friday jumps into 89 right away on next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. Oh well. Oh well. For Cisia, I was just sold when I first saw her design. It's not even a debate in my mind. Also, some guy on Reddit be complaining about W engine power creep, and I'm like, bruh. I pull the engines as a form of bragging rights. I'll be getting all of those W engines for Seed and Cisia. This patch will probably be the last one I go ham for. Getting all the angels is exhausting for sure. I guess should have been was, right? Because past tense. But the background is nice. The background is nice. The background is nice. And I do liking them as a whole cohesive team. It makes perfect sense. But as for the W engines, I mean, I feel like the ones that matter the most, obviously, the DPS ones. Support ones off experience at least, because of Yuzuha and Suna. They've been perfectly fine without their W engines. And like, I do have one DPS that didn't have, that I didn't pull for their W engine. That was Juyu in all the way in the beginning. All the way in the beginning, I didn't get Juyu wins. So yeah, I can definitely say that if you don't get the DPS W engines, you're gonna feel a significant difference in damage output. I would say, regardless if you have W engines for your support and sub DPS or 2 supports. But yeah, I feel like for supports and stunners so far, you probably don't necessarily need it. I think it's fine. So, well, I already have Seed and her W engine, so I'm cool. I'm cool. I'll just be pulling for Cicia's. Or pull for her first, and then most likely go for her W engine also, because DPS, you know, DPS. Although I don't know who's going to be released after, so I don't know what to expect. Oh, and you guys were wondering, I did get the costume. Well, I mean, it was pretty obvious when I with like the shield defense or deadly assault when I used Arya and Suna, of course, to match it all. I also got it for Nangong. It's okay, Shushu. And Field is great for helping your mental training. No more FOMO or just hoarding. Oh, it's just hoarding. Never FOMO, just hoarding. If I choose not to pull, it's because I choose not to pull. Well, because of how expensive Enfield's gacha is. So, FOMO, non-existent if I choose not to pull. Definitely gonna be pulling for Mifu and Fangi, but sadly not. Well, I say sadly, not really sadly, because I didn't know how it was cool to use Tang Tang before until the story. I was like, damn, she's actually pretty good. But I already skipped out on Yvonne. I did want to get Yvonne, but I was like, what I say? I wasn't sure if Mifu, what Mifu's element is, nor also if Mifu was gonna be the next patch or not after Tong Tong and Rossi, which I think is the most likely. I think it's the most likely. I still find it weird, in a way, how Rossi gets released after Tong Tong, only because we've seen Rossi first. But I guess it also makes sense why they chose Tong Tong for this banner, as because, well, obviously it pretty much focused on her in a way, right? Not in a way, it did pretty much focus on her. If you know, you know. If you don't, well. You know how it is. I guess One Piece, Naruto, and the others are from the early anime era when it's considered very niche in the Asian world. The eventual popularity they got in the West was very interesting to me. Then again, earlier anime that I've watched were wacky for sure, but I can see the fun and heart put into it. Current anime has somewhat become a factory setting that comes every season. Popular anime get their new seasons, and then you have the random isekai reincarnation harem villainous anime shoved in there. That is actually pretty true. Especially isekai. And you got like this reincarnated as a whatever you want to fill it in, because there's a lot of those. There's literally a vending machine one, a sword, and all that. There's just a lot of those. I've seen, yeah, definitely a lot more harems. And yeah, the villainous ones have been popping up also. I agree with all that. And then you get like the, well, to be honest, with the amount of anime that's coming out, that's been releasing, also, a lot of people mostly just go with the hype most of the time, I would say, especially on the, especially in the western sides. Not calling shade or anything. I'm just saying, you know, they're either Dragon Ball fans, One Piece fans, Naruto fans, Demon Slayer because it was the hype, Attack on Titan. No shade to any of the things besides Naruto and its endless amounts of fillers. But yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on that. That's just how I see it. That's just how I see it. And honestly, it kind of is true. It kind of is true. I ain't gonna deny it. I ain't gonna deny it. Nakamata's performance is like a B rank. Also, there's another cat girl in Zenless, the furry kind. I don't remember seeing one. Is it kind of just like how we had Alice and then we had Zhao? So now that there's not Nekomata and then, you know. I guess kind of like how there's like Lycon and then there's Seth and his brother. Although I don't exactly know what kind of Thyron Seth is. I just assume it'd be like a wolf or a dog. Not too sure, but that's just assumptions. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. If I were to compete in the Dirt CM in April, I'll just bring Taco Harumae. Why you were so close. You were close. You're getting closer. You were usually always way off when it comes to her, but I guess not. I don't know how I feel about my stats right now, if I'm being honest. But we'll just see how it goes. The fact that you put taco too. You were close. You were close. But as always, actually, the fact that you started, you actually typed sissy instead of snack girl or something along the lines of a snake. I don't even remember the name you originally said for her, but you know, if I were to compete in the Dirt CM in April, I'll just bring. Oh wait, I already read that. I already read that part at least. The newest Falco might be an option too, but my runner cards are questionable at best. I'm just gonna say, and if you got the general cards, and just use the general cards if you want to try it out. That's all I got to say. Although, yeah, if you have the general cards, you could just try it out. Right? Right? That's if you want to. It's kind of filler, but I guess it does show how the academy life is. Since I've not been in school for years now, I do feel a bit foreign about the struggle of a student. Sometimes being old just makes you think about your former years. Ah, the boomer effect. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I've had random times where I'm just like, huh. Those were really the good old days, huh? You know? Kazuki's what I could have been if Uma was my only gacha. Well, it is what it is. I'm at the point where I can't give up my 20 plus gachas for the sake of just Uma. Honestly, I'll be honest. Honestly, I'll be honest. Sure. Sure, I'll just go along with it. What was I gonna say? Oh, if Uma was my only gacha, I don't think I would have. The reason why I don't see myself playing Uma by itself as the only gacha game I can play is simply because, like, with like me watching a variety of anime, got different variety of anime genres. That's what I was trying to say. Same thing with video games and gachas, or yeah, gacha mobile games. I kind of need a variety. If I stick to one thing, I'll most likely or eventually, that's pretty much the same thing, right? I'll pretty much just get bored. So, and this has just been a thing since like a long time ago. I never really stuck to one genre when it came to video games growing up. Kind of just played whatever I felt like playing. It didn't matter if it was JRPG, or regular RPGs, or action shooters, you know, all those visual novels and all of that. Never really liked sticking to one thing. I feel like that has also I don't know, because I've looked into I've looked into it, and I kind of got interested into it. Basically like the Sagittarius, which is astrology. Kind of looked into it, and I kind of agree. Something about like Sagittariuses don't like sticking to one thing or being stuck, confined to, you know, basically along those lines. And I'm like, that's kind of true. I don't like doing a certain thing, or just that being the only thing I do. I have to do a variety thing. I think that's why also I also enjoy doing multitasking at the same time. So that could be the case. That could be the case. And then the last comment from Nova says, pro tip, if you buy the premium battle pass, you get 2 crystal shards instead of just 1. I don't know what you're talking about, Nova, because I ain't gonna get no premium pass for Uma. I don't need no pro tip or whatever if it doesn't matter for me. I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna keep it real. It literally has nothing to do with me if I'm not gonna go swipe for Uma. But other than that, thank you, Noah, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Next comments will be from Kazuki, and that will be pretty much it. First comment says, so it's confirmed Meta Runners, Falco Parade, and Transcend Onsen. Don't have any of them. So, just like Nova's pro tip, it don't matter for me. For leaders, Tarumae Summer, plus OG. I'm assuming OG is Tarumae and the Summer one. Which, obviously, I have, as you can see on the screen. Oh, I should probably use that. And for Betweeners, Victor Pisa, which obviously you guys saw I didn't pull for. So we're good. So we're good on that. I mean, I'll probably end up using Tarumae maybe. I said, who I said also say Maruzensky. Kita if I make it work somehow, some way. Just for the fact that I can maybe use Kita for the first time in the dirt race. I mean, if Eugen can do Turbo, then I should be able to do Kita, I guess, for dirt. Also, the target stats is confirmed: 21, 12, 17, 12, and 16. I'm fairly certain you mean 1600 on guts, right? Not 1200? Because if you say 12, that doesn't match up to what you said yesterday. So I'm assuming you meant 1200. We'll go with that. Maybe if I'll just swap my Shakur to Stay Gold Guts, since that card has a lot of skills and it's MLB compared to Shakur Stamina. I just assume if you want to get 1600, you have to at least have the one card for it, one support card for it. Then I don't know how to get. Oh, not then. Though I don't know how to get the stamina 1200 without stamina card. Sure, guts is easy to get a 1200 without a guts card, but stamina, I don't know. I don't know how, since it's always end up at 800 plus. That's funny because my cap that I showed you guys earlier in the video, it had 800 also. But since it's Christmas Aguri cap, she don't necessarily need the whole thing, but I'd rather get it all the way just so that, obviously one reason is it'll be a higher rank Uma. So we'll see. Oh, my tiredness is catching up to me. That's probably why I'm struggling to speak here and there. And then Nova says, in response, I saw the list and I'm like, I'm good, fam. I'm gonna be skipping this CM entirely. Hey, like I said, I don't blame you. You're in vacation. You're in vacation. Runner fans eating a lot in the CM. I'll see. I'll see if I bring any runners. The most likely would probably be Maruzensky, if anything. If I were to pick a runner. Because I think all the other, like, turf runners if I don't want to do the whole S aptitude thing. Maybe it's like a, or what was I saying? There it goes. Poof. My train of thought poofs. It was something about runners. Kita or something. I don't know. I literally just lost my train of thought like it was nothing. Kind of sad. But yeah, just like I said about Kita, I haven't trained a G to, at least I don't remember if I've ever trained a G into a at least, or even get an S out of it. Most of the times when I'm bringing up dirt Umas for dirt races, I usually go with like Amaro Zensky, Cap. I think recently Orfurv, because I did see I had an Orfurv with dirt parents, or at least parents with the dirt. So yeah. Like Victoria Pisa, I like her character design and personality, and her voice is so warm. But they also rerun the meta cards, and I'm like, you're so cruel, Cygames. WTF is wrong with you? So my final pick is the support cards. Open and close parentheses, meta slaves. People do be meta slaves. Following the meta to a T, if anything. Now that I realize it, I don't think Nova, I don't think Kazuki only plays Uma. Remember, he does play Wuwa as well. Although outside of Wuwa, I don't know if there was any other games that he plays, because I don't think he mentioned any of it. I don't think he mentioned any of it. Let's be honest. Yeah, my stamina is low. We're very close to the end, and my stamina is very low. Not even, well, it's getting there, but it's not even close to 800 right now, or not too close. I look up at the last Golden Week, and it's pretty good. The support cards they released is still strong as of today, and the Umas they released are super cute. Falco Parade and Kopano Parade. Yeah, it should be good, for just a simple reason that it's Golden Week. Golden Week is basically like New Year's, where I think New Year's and Golden Week is the only time we get like these banners with like the free pulls and all that outside of the half anniversary or anniversary. So I don't know. JK, it's for my almond dice, so yeah. I mean, if you're getting cards to use for specific characters, I might gonna blame you. I look up at the, oh wait, I already did that. Wait, why did I go back to that comment? Last comment, me, maybe Espoir. Oh, not last comment. Is there one more? Yeah, there's one more. Other would be my Espoir would be my carry, then the other two are debuffs. I guess like Rudolph OG and Grass OG, since I don't have many Dirt Umas, especially runners, I'll just stick and make a single ace run Uma. Well, I mean, technically you only do need one to cross the finish line. You know? So I could see it working if you're gonna bring two debuffers. It'll probably work. It'll probably work. Oh no, I thought I disliked it. And then the last comment from Kazuki says, I got another US rank, US 4 with Almond Eye. Mile build. Congrats. I haven't gotten a US yet, but congrats. And with that being said, that is pretty much it for the comments. Thank you, Nova, and thank you, Kazuki. Actually, I'm gonna go check and see if maybe, just maybe, I may have missed a comment somewhere, although it doesn't look like it as of right now. Yeah, it doesn't look like it as of right now. So yeah, we're good there. We are good there. Once again, thank you, Kazuki, and thank you, Nova, for the comments. Appreciate it always. We did end up getting around 800 something for the stamina, just based on seeing the rank letter. So dirt and medium distance. I was about to say turf. But yeah, I could feel the tiredness hitting me hard. But do we have how many stamina points do we get? 7,800. All right, let's grab that. Let's grab that. Will I have enough to grab all I want? Probably not. You know what? Sure, because you know what? How about that? We'll just go with that, since I want to see if I can train her better. Although, yeah, we'll just see. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know who you guys are bringing for the next CM, how you guys did in your group. Well, I guess round 2 part of the CM, whether you make it a group A or group B. I just want to know where you are. You guys will see where I end up yesterday anyway, so I'm gonna keep it a secret until then. But if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just as long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. As always, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.